All right, Coach, congratulations on the win, 73-62. We just went over some of the box score, and everybody that put on the uniform today made an impact in this game, and what a big-time win. Congratulations.
Yeah, again, because Darius is such a special player sometimes, what gets lost in that is how good the other guys are. And sometimes that goodness is reflected in them starring in their roles. And man, JV set an incredible tone for us in the second half. He defensively, he sat down in the stance. I'm not sure when the last guard we had, primary guard, because Caleb would get double-figure rebounds, but JV had 13 of them. Like Shiloh Robinson was huge. And on a night where Darius goes 4 for 20 and Kyle's got 2 fouls in the first half and picked up a third and a fourth, just thought our team showed a toughness and a maturity about him that continues to impress me.
Take us into the first few minutes of the second half. You take a deficit, 3 straight threes, turn the game around. They called timeout. All plays are pivotal, but that particular part gave you the lead and kind of gave you that momentum in the second half.
Yeah, well, we played the majority of the half without Kyle in the first half I'm referencing. And that's a really good coaching staff on the other sideline. They know what they're doing. And I think they took advantage of maybe some of our coverages. And but our guys, again, they showed a toughness, and I'm talking about a mental and physical toughness that is necessary in order to value each possession. And I thought that's what we started to do. And, when the ball goes in the hoop, you feel a little bit better about yourself.
Joined by head coach Ritchie McKay. Liberty wins at UNF today, 73-62. Now some questions from the media on the call.
Ritchie, you mentioned this Thursday night. Colin Porter didn't look like a guy who was 0 of 6 from the field. And tonight, 9 assists to 1 turnover, and he played like he was an upperclassman. What can you say about the steadiness he provides and being able to set a lot of those guys up for easy baskets?
Dane, what I can say about it is I really like it. I mean, you guys see it. I mean, he brings a stability to our group on both ends. Like, he doesn't get the credit that he deserves for how sound he is defensively. And Jason Mays, his high school coach, he really did a great job in his preparation. Those that have coached him, because he's got a commitment on that end that is unlike most freshmen. So I love him. I trust him. I think he's got a chance to be one of the best ever in our program. And he's, to me, he's as good as any point guard there is out there as a freshman.
Coach, when I asked you about it earlier this week, you downplayed what happened in the past at North Florida and Jacksonville. But for your team to go down there and pick up 2 big wins in conference play on the road, how much does that mean for you guys?
Yeah, John, I mean, I'm not naive. Like, our guys look at the standings and read social media and all that. Like, what we are in our pregame, we talked about Ephesians 5:15. Where it says, be careful how you live your life, not as unwise, but as wise, making the most of every opportunity. And I think sometimes we can get distracted by our performance or what people are saying about us and all that. And, I just want our guys to remember, like, the joy is in the journey. I know there's a focus on the destination, and, we've played at the top of this league for a while. So now we deal with expectation, but along the way, I want them to have fun, and I want them to be able to play and live in a way that they feel the freedom that I think God would like all us to live in. And that comes in our identity and enjoying the pursuit. So I think our guys, they looked at this trip as an opportunity to keep getting better. And we got the same opportunity next weekend with almost 2/3 of the season gone.
Ritchie, you brought up Darius shooting 4 of 20 from the field, and AY brought up that you look down the entire stat sheet, everyone contributed. You take away Darius, the rest, his teammates shoot 60% from the field, and superstars are going to have an off night every once in a while. But how important it is you see those guys pick him up when the ball just isn't fine in the bottom of the cylinder.
Well, Darius has got some Steph Curry to him. You guys know, like, he's got a green light. We've seen him make hundreds of tough shots, so we allow him to do that. And some nights I guarantee you, Steph has gone 4 for 20 on a night. Some nights when you don't have that, what gets lost is the gravity that he presents because of the way they're defending him. So I think, to his credit, and 20 is a lot to get off, but I think he thought he was going to make them all. But I think his presence on the court allows other guys some opportunities that may not be existent if he wasn't out there. So I was happy that our group played with a confidence and a resolve that, we felt like we could still run good offense, even if Darius isn't making his normal magic show.
Ritchie, there were some moments in this game down on the inside where it wasn't just one specific player, but different guys, whether it was tip outs, fighting for loose balls, second chance points, rebounds, a lot of that grunt and dirty work. What does that do to reinforce what people may know and maybe need to know more about the selflessness of this team?
Yeah, and I think if you've seen us enough, that's a pursuit of ours, to be selfless, to be tough, to be guys that put a high premium on the outcome and being a part of something bigger than yourself in that journey to get the desired outcome. Look, I'm just going to say it now. I'm sure Bill Smith, our SID, will submit it. Like Blake Preston should be the player of the week. I don't know what everybody else did, but his 2 games and however many minutes he played, those are the best back-to-back games that I've seen from a post player in a long time. He was fabulous. So again, then John and Dame, you alluded to it, Alan, like we just have guys that try and step up on the given occasion. Is that it?
Coach, one more question. Blake, you talked about Blake and Shiloh. They combined for 34 and 15 this afternoon. How important were they to your calls?
Yeah, when you have an interior presence like that, and again, our security blanket was out with one of our security blankets was out with 2 fouls, and I thought those minutes were incredibly valuable. We didn't have Zach to put in. Joseph got in foul trouble. Zay got hurt. We were running a little thin, but I think Shiloh and Blake played with a great sense of confidence, and that always helps our cause, especially given how physical they are down low and how good they are on the defensive end. Thanks, guys.